All right. With the Transformers and basically everything else I collected when I was a kid, everything else I liked, I always liked the bad guys. The
No.
Decepticons, the Predacons, Cobra. What were the bad guys in Thundercat?
Mumra.
No, that was the head guy.
Oh, but what were they
called?
the other dudes?
Yeah, they were just creatures.
The mutant guys? Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever they were.
so I always like the bad guys, and I feel sorry for them because they're written poorly. And in Transformers, outside of the last 20, 25 episodes of the issues of the original Marvel series, none of the Decepticon leaders were given their proper due. You could kind of say Thunderwing was, sort of, but then he was drawn so poorly most of the time that it just kind of negated it, and there was always just the Matrix quest that they were after. So it never really worked that way either. And Scorponok became very human, and I didn't like that either. He's supposed to be he's got claws for hands. What the fuck?
Right, he's a scorpion.
And motherfucking Megatron has a fucking fusion cannon on his fucking arm. Oh my god, and Cobra Commander sounds like Starscream. What is wrong with you people? Why do you have to write them bad? Bad people win all the time. If you haven't noticed how the world is, hello? And they always have the nicer outfits, the better design, everything. So all my Decepticon leaders except for Beast Wars Megatron have been underserved by the good guys have to win, or it's a draw. If the Decepticons were really as badass as they acted or said they were, the first time Megatron didn't get something or didn't win, they would have cut his throat. Same thing with Galvatron. Same thing with all of them.
Yeah.
If they were really as badass as they said they are,
But you gotta figure when that was being produced.
I know.
And the rules and regs and restrictions they had on animated content at the time.
I understand.
Plus their target audience.
But I was the target audience. No. I'm a gentleman villain. I need to be retired on a fucking tropical island with a laser death ray and a junk in the harbor. And you wouldn't hear from me maybe every 5 years just to keep my insurance up through the guild. But what the fuck?
Wow.
I'm just frustrated about it because it still bothers me. However many fucking years ago that was. And don't do the math. So?
You're not wrong.
Thank you.
Really. I mean, but...
And
again, the bad guys couldn't win. They just couldn't.
And Galvatron was treated like such a bitch.
Oh, Galvatron, dude.
When he went back to the cartoons.
Especially,
you had such a great voice with Leonard Nimoy.
In the movie?
Yeah. And then he just turns into a psychotic bitch in the show.
I mean, he's got a higher pitched voice than Starscream.
Yeah.
When they get back to TV with it.
Yeah.
No.
And he's just nuts?
And he had no Megatron.
Yeah.
Not even close.
And he
is supposed to be Megatron reborn.
And I think he lost even more than Megatron did.
And the toy was lame, too.
Yeah.
It was.
It was.
It fucking was, man. I had all the toys. Trust me. And the Galvatron toy was lame.
And the only ones I've ever gotten was there's a 6-inch scale one. That's super.
The Sharkticon was cool.
Yes, I have mine.
I would have had 10 of them, man.
Yeah, but they didn't have all the other ones. Anyway,
no, but 10 Sharkticons just to have them. Anyway,
but yeah, I only got a 6-inch one like 3 or 4 years ago, and then I got the when they redid it for the Netflix show.
Oh yeah,
that one's pretty cool. It's still too bulky,
but the original G2 Galvatron,
garbage.
It was lame.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
one of the worst.
I think it almost rivals the Megatron toy because that was pretty bad too.
Yeah, but you got to figure the Megatron though.
I know it wasn't.
Was it the car thing before the Transformers?
I know, but still. But
the point of it was that it turned into the gun.
Yeah,
the robot mode was secondary to the gun mode to make it look. It was a Walther P-38.
I know, but still,
fucking cool as shit. And yeah, the robot mode was not so cool as shit.
Lame.
But what do you do?
So anyway,
but at least the cartoon character did.
And the first Scorponok toy was kind of hot garbage too.
Yeah,
I have one.
Yeah,
and I have a new one.
Scorponok, that was one of the cities, right?
Well, he was the headmaster base.
Yeah, the headmaster base.
Yeah,
yes.
But So I got the
like the what was the Autobot one?
No,
Metroplex.
Fortress Maximus.
Fortress Maximus.
I got a Takara one of those.
I never had a Fortress Maximus. It was $100, man.
Yeah.
Even
in
those days, it was $99.99. Man.
No, but I have the 250 one. Well, when it was 250, when it first came out from overseas. Anyway, but now I have the Black Zarek.
Yeah.
From the new line or whatever it is, and I'm like, okay, that's a cool toy. But yeah, I want a story.
You just wanted to get the bad guys to get a win at least once.
Yeah.
Which they should have.
Yeah, like the key to Vector Sigma. Come on.
You can win a battle and still lose the war. Right?
Yeah.
So let them have a win once in a while.
Yeah.
And show that they're at least competent and a worthy opponent to the Autobots.
Because
otherwise it's just like...
Yeah, let me tell you, the rank and file Decepticons, after one or two losses, is like, what the fuck are we doing?
Right?
Like, seriously. And Starscream should have taken over.
I got Starscream.
And Starscream is so... He is so capable, but he never just... Megatron was abusing him. No! Megatron knew he could actually fucking do the job and usurp his power and plans, and that's why...
And so he kept him down.
Yeah.
And kept him from realizing his potential. Because that's what Starscream was a great big bundle of unrealized potential.
Exactly.
Right?
Maybe that's why he's one of my favorites.
Fucking Starscream was the shit.
Yeah.
Man. And the toy was cool. The colors.
Oh yeah.
Starscream.
But the only problem I ever have with Starscream is when he created the Combaticons. So all those things are on an island somewhere, a space shuttle. They should have done a Nazi fucking V2 or not a V2 rocket, but they had jets. They were making jets at the end of the. Yeah. But I know. I go.
That was just bad writing. It wasn't Starscream's fault.
I know exactly. It wasn't his fault. He was just written that way.
Right?
God damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm just saying, as a true believer, I just, come on. Seriously.
Right?
Any pirate ship, they'd all be overboard. And then the comics were so wonky until, 60, 65.
Yeah.
That it just, but then Furman was a really good writer, and I liked what he did. With Megatron and Starscream and Galvatron,
the Marvel UK, Transformers,
yeah,
those were really cool.
Oh yeah, well
and they even featured the deluxe toys that were not in the US,
Roadbuster and all those, and
and Whirl the helicopter and the deluxe Decepticons, the deluxe ones.
Yeah, the ugly looking ones. The orange and green and...
But I mean the deluxe toys on both sides.
Yeah.
Whirl was cool. He was
the one-eyed one, huh? The blue helicopter?
The helicopter,
The baby blue helicopter?
Yeah, with the, yes.
Yeah.
And Roadbuster, the military vehicle thing. They were cool. And they were featured in the Marvel UK stories. And the stories were... They were cool,
but at least in the UK stories, there was a reason why Galvatron was psychotic. When he shows up in 67, Marvel 67, he's just this nut, and it's a parallel Earth with a great Jim Lee cover.
Yeah.
But I wish he had done the interior.
Right.
But I'm like, son of a bitch.
No, it's like, anybody that does the cover but not the interior, special guest artist did the cover. And then you don't get that through the whole issue.
Yeah.
That
was always a disappointment. So I always loved it.
Yeah, in fact, the George Perez covers on Batman Year 3 with the retelling of Robin.
Right.
Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
The covers were beautiful. The artwork inside, not complaining, was not George Perez,
And then with the later ones,
and like the Magnolia covers for The Death in the Family.
Yeah.
They were great.
And the later Decepticon leaders, like Overlord, which was a Power Master.
Yeah.
And, Thunderwing, which I liked his arc with the Matrix, but then they kind of just, And then Bludgeon as a pretender, because he looked cool. But then,
Yeah, but none of them held a candle to Megatron.
Yeah.
Megatron was the definitive Decepticon leader. He was fully sold out to his cause.
Yeah, he created the cause.
He did. He founded it.
He's
fucking
all
about
his vision
of where he wanted to take the Decepticons
and did you watch the Netflix?
And take anybody out of his way that stands in his way, and whatever it takes, and by any means.
Did you watch the Netflix?
I think I saw a handful of them.
Oh my God, it is actually very good.
No, I did like what I saw, but I don't think I saw all of it.
There was 3 seasons at least.
Yeah. I think I saw seasons 1 and 2. I never got back to the third one.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't have Netflix anymore. I gotta resubscribe. Yeah.
But anyway, so that's kind of my thing is like, why were they always treated like such shit? I know they're the bad guy and, you the good guys always win. But the good guys suck. The good guys are lame.
But Megatron...
It's the delusion of, we're the good guys.
I mean, what great Autobot leader did they come up with after they lost Optimus Prime?
Nothing. They had to bring him back.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they just couldn't come up with anything to hold a candle to that either.
Yeah. And was it the voice talent or just everything about him?
A little of both, I think.
Yeah.
The voice is so iconic.
Yeah.
And he even did the voice in the movie.
Yeah.
And the first movie, anyway.
And we aren't forgetting about Frank Welker doing Megatron and most of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
but but yeah, they just need to have a win once in a while because, like, realistically,
Optimus Prime was his name. He was also
Peter
Ironhide.
Yeah, Peter Cullen.
Yeah, Peter Cullen. He was also Ironhide.
Cullen. Peter Cullen. Yeah.
And just that the design of it, he just I mean, come on, like out of all the Autobots, the best one they could come up with to be Optimus Prime's successor was Hot Rod, Rodimus Prime,
or
Judd Nelson,
Ultra Magnus,
which was pretty much just a
white version,
a reissue of the same toy and a different trailer.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah,
it was the same toy in a different colors.
Yeah,
and a different trailer.
So yeah,
but Optimus was cooler.
Yeah, no, I agree.
He was cooler, man.
I agree.
And when they got to the movie, the Transformers the movie, the big screen film.
Yeah.
They had to do something, because they're going
drastic.
They're going into Generation 2 for the merchandise.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they had to lose Optimus Prime and Megatron and replace them with new toys.
Yeah.
And it had to be, it's the big screen movie, so they can go there and they can lose characters.
Yeah.
And it can be brutal.
Which, guess who bitches about that? Retro bitching.
Oh my God.
Well, why did they do that? That's why I don't like the Transformers, and they killed all the good characters.
Fuck off.
They did it because they could.
And they should.
And because because they should. It was the big budget movie.
Yeah.
And it was the end of the first G1 saga.
Yeah.
And they're going to G2 from there with all these new characters and new toys. And
yeah.
And one of the reasons they were taken to court was that, they were considered a half-hour commercial for the line of toys because the toys came first and the show was based on the line of toys. And I think it was the manufacturers of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles merch
that broke that.
Which was, how much that shit was on the shelves. Oh, but
it had a comic book first.
The toys were based on the show. The show came first. Here, this one, the toys came first, and the show's based on the line of toys. It's basically a half-hour commercial for a line of toys.
So basically, what you
had... And that was the same with G.I. Joe as well.
Yeah, so basically what you had was a Tipper Gore.
And that's why they both were canceled.
Who had a kid who didn't get something, and then, I gotta sue somebody.
No. Well, no, you had a fucking competing manufacturer.
Yeah.
Who wanted to get your show shut down because it was one of the most popular ones on TV.
Exactly.
And they found a legal loophole to take you to court for it, and it worked.
Fuckers.
That's serious. That's
I
true
know.
Story.
I know, but fuckers anyway. So, let us know what you think about any of this.
And Mumra.
Oh, I have
Mumra.
I love Mumra. I actually like the wizened skeleton dude more than the big buff guy. Because I got the big buff toy, and I'm like, okay.
They got so much fucking backlash for Mum-Ra.
But hold on. But then you couldn't get the Mum-Ra figure, the ancient one. Mm-mm. Yeah, it was a mail away. Mm-hmm. I didn't get him till like 4 years ago.
Wow.
He prominently is displayed on my one shelf.
No, Mum-Ra was a point of contention.
Really?
In with the networks and this.
Why?
Because he was just so evil and scary.
Nice. No, he was great.
No, really, yes.
But he was great because all that Egyptian-like stuff.
That's why they introduced some little gayness to him, and they introduced Mutt, like,
oh god,
his evil snarf.
That toy was a fucking block of plastic.
No, and that was like studio heads, at their direction to do that. To make him a little less scary, because he was fucking scary as shit.
Who was scared by Mum-Ra?
Right?
Fucking pussies.
It was great.
It was awesome.
He was a real villain.
Yes! Anyway.
Oh, but they had to, put the kibosh on that.
And see, the only one of the Thunder...
original Thundercats.
I
tried to watch the new ones.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the only Thundercat I actually liked, because I liked all the bad guys.
Yeah.
But with the nunchucks. Whatever the hell he was called. The blue guy, the Panther.
Oh. Panthro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like everybody else, I didn't care about.
Right. No, I liked them all. I like.
Yes, I know you like the chick.
No, I like Tigra and but no, Chitara. Yeah. It's just the gal's voice, man. Something about that gal's voice.
We're gonna have to hear that, and I'm gonna have to make a judgment.
No, dude, she had a very sexy voice. And
like she smoked cigarettes, or she ate them, or just something.
No,
something
just
smooth and
sultry and smooth. Like,
oh my,
like fine aged wine.
Get out the silk sheets, kids.
Dude, I have no idea what the gal looked like. I've never seen a picture of her, but the voice was
on point.
Oh, yeah. Chitara's voice just got it.
It took you back.
Yeah.
Well, we veered off a bit.
One of the best cartoon character voices I've ever heard. I'll put it that way.
Well, you got Frank Welker. I'm sorry.
And even hotter than Dr. Girlfriend.
Oh, ouch. I think there's a poll right there. Where we go? We're going to do a poll now. All right? So, anyway. Tell me what you think about the Transformers.
Oh, that's a good poll. Who's got the sexiest? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Tell us what you think about my... is it a rant or just a burning need to validate my evilness?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
What you said.
There you go. All right, so
like, share, subscribe. Thanks for listening, and help us hit 100 subscribers. We're almost there.
Thank you. Bye-bye.